All right. I messed up a little bit. I recorded without my mic, and it was an 8-minute video, so I missed a little bit. But the boys at Trader TV Live, they are trading TLRY today. See TLRY, TLRY at 320. That's their cost basis. Uh, and they have to get out of this trade today. So they're looking for it to go to 350, which is VWAP, and I think it's gonna get there. When I was recording my video, I put in a limit order at 320, which is their cost basis, and then right when I stopped recording, then it blew up to 335. It's coming back in at 327, and it's only 1009. But stocks like this, they tend to go up right before lunch, and then the afternoon is either spent on a historic meltdown or a slow melt up to retake the highs. So that's one of two. It's like a 50-50 chance. Now, I put in this limit order 100 shares at 320, which is what the Trader TV Live guys are at. But this is a day trade for me. I don't invest in cannabis stocks. And the reason why I don't invest in cannabis stocks is threefold. Is one, you have to look at the competition. Who is your competition? Well, traditionally, the competitions for cannabis stocks are criminal enterprises from other countries. That is a bad competition. That is bad. You can't beat that competition. The only way you can beat that competition is if you can go national and you can be bigger than them. And that takes away some of their tactics. That's not going to happen. I'm going to do a little bit more on competition, and then I'm going to jump to the other reasons. But look at this. Right here is when about Biden got into office. It skyrocketed because there was rumors that Biden was going to make it legal. This went all the way to 67. This is also a time period where Tilray ate up a bunch of smaller companies, smaller cannabis companies, and then it just fizzled out and died. And I believe it all went all the way to $1, if I'm not mistaken. So a little bit more about competition is your competition doesn't pay taxes. That hits on your supply and demand. So if you're looking at supply and demand curves, a tax messes with that substantially. And taxes don't change according to your supply and demand. So for instance, if the cannabis space is hurting, the tax man's not just gonna say, "Oh, you're hurting right now, so let me go ahead and cut your taxes so you can, stay afloat." That's not how that works. Whereas a criminal enterprise could say, "You know what? We got an extra shipment in, lower the price, and let's move it." Boom, just like that. They just modified their entire supply and demand curve to get the sale. They are going to beat you. That your competition is going to beat you. And let's talk about the financing. They are blackballed by banks. If you do cannabis, you cannot get a bank account, a business bank account. What does that do? One, you don't have a safe way to secure your cash. Yeah, this may not be coming back. You don't have a secure way to secure cash. So what does that do? That puts you at the mercy of your competition, which is a criminal enterprise. They will take your money. Now there are reports of some of these places. Some of these places are getting Navy SEALs. They're getting ex-military. They're getting special forces guys to transport cash. That is super expensive overhead. And they still have to operate within the law or the police will nab them. Guess who doesn't have to operate in law? Criminal enterprises. Back to your competition. So you're taking all this extra overhead where the enterprises don't have to. Again, so that is your competition and your ability to, secure your cash. Another reason why I don't invest in cannabis stocks is who is your clientele? Who is your clientele? Are they, loyal customers with solid income? Probably not. They're probably not. They probably have a couple bucks here or there, They're going to come to you. They're going to, get some decent product for what they can afford. If there's extra taxes involved, they may go to their old dealer that they had in high school. There's really no loyalty there. There's really no brand. Um, they're starting to come out with different brands, cool names like that, but there's really no brand loyalty like I only come from this grower or whatever the case may be. Okay. Fourth reason is the FDA cannot monitor the levels. So, for instance, if you have alcohol, you can drive as long as you're 0.08. They say, okay, here's a line. Here's somebody who's sober. Here's somebody who's not sober. They can't do that with cannabis. They can't do that with cannabis. The way the the way that it's manufactured and the way that it comes from the plant, they all have different levels and it all affects people differently. And so there's no way the FDA can step in and say, okay, if you manufacture it this way, then and you get this high, or if you smoke this much, then this is legal and employers can accept you or you can drive or whatever the case may be. They can't do that with cannabis stocks. They can't do that with the product cannabis. So basically the only way you can do it is if you don't go to work, if you don't have a job that discriminates against your lifestyle. So that is a huge issue. That also limits your clientele to people that are not as. It doesn't give you access to the quality clientele that you need to keep your business afloat and flourishing. That's another reason why I don't invest in cannabis stocks. It's just not going to happen. Now, every once in a while, you will get, uh, a presidential candidate that comes in and they say, I'm going to legalize, pot. And then the stock explodes. Like you saw TLRY go to $67. They are just blowing smoke. They can't. They can't legalize it across the board. It's a state issue, and still the state issues can't solve the problems that I just articulated. And since it's such cash heavy business, I can't trust these earnings either because they're going to pay tax on whatever they can't hide. I don't trust these earnings at all. These are garbage earnings right here. These are garbage earnings and they're probably a cash-based business and they're not reporting everything. This can't I can't invest in a company that I can't trust. So that is 5 reasons why you're not going to see me trading or not going to see me invest in cannabis stocks. Now, I hope my trade with the boys goes through. Doesn't look like it's going to go through. It's 10 cents outside of that. They say it's going to 350. I don't think it's going to 350. It's already up 10%. But we'll see. I'll keep this 320 on there and maybe it'll trigger. But either way, I'm getting out of this today. I'm not keeping this stock for tomorrow. I will see you guys later.